Yeah.
Danger Links. Here we are with a mystery on our hands. And today the detectives in the room are me, Colin Hubbard, Rasmus Harmston,
It's looking at you, Blue Eyes.
Daniel Thompson,
Hey, Colin, looking at me. Who's looking at me? Blue legs.
and James Foxy Lockhart.
Yeah, I got an onion in my pocket.
And we're here to solve a murder of sorts. A crime that's... I don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest. But
I was going to say,
so
what is it the crime that we're going to murder your chili later?
Yeah, we're going to murder my fucking chili. I'm making a chili. You can smell it all through the house, you bitches. That's right. The four of us here in the same room.
Oh, my lordy, we are around the same table.
Danger Lings. We're in the Danger Recall Lounge here at the moment, and we are welcoming you along with us on this ride. We're going to talk about episode 56, Who Let the Blink Dogs Out? Dan.
Oh, it smells so good in here, Colin. It smells so good.
Yeah.
I think I can smell chili.
Oh, yeah.
There is a chili.
It is a chili, yeah.
So I need you guys' help on something
What's going
before
on?
we get into this. So I for my lunch today, and I want to premise this story by saying I just got back from the gym. So I'm not doing a Scott. I'm not being like, by the way, guys, I was at the gym 2 minutes ago. Like
You're doing a Scott.
I just want to explain that I was that hungry and that tired, and I got home to make lunch. And so I got some like ready cooked breaded chicken goujons that I got from the supermarket the other day. There we go. Put that in a bun, bit of mayo. That's my lunch. Bit into it, thought it's a bit tasteless, a bit stringy. Ate about half it. Looked down. They were not pre-cooked. They were raw chicken goujons. I've eaten half a bun for my lunch today.
Daniel.
Of raw chicken goujons, and I'm
Daniel.
So I just want to know, like, do we think I'm going to die like within the next 24 hours, or do I have like a couple of days left?
You might be okay actually, because a mate of mine once, apparently, he lived in the centre of London, and there was like the person he lived with like kind of lived above the living room in like a balcony. Do you know what I mean? Like one of those sort of rooms. Anyway, so he came home from
like a mezzanine.
Yeah, like a mezzanine bedroom, and like then there was a separate bedroom that he used to sleep in. Anyway, so this guy, his flatmate, woke up one morning or the middle of the night to the sound of like like gnarling, right? And so he was like, what the fuck is that? And he opened up his curtain, looked down on the living room, and there's my mate Dirt, that's his nickname. He was like chewing on this whole carcass of a chicken, right? What had happened is this guy had taken it out of the freezer that day to defrost it overnight, and he'd come home pissed and found it and thought, oh, I'm gonna eat that. And he ate like half this fucking uncooked chicken, blood dripping down his face. And his family was like, Dirt, that's not cooked. And he was like, oh, sorry, man. And then went to bed. And he was fine.
Tell me he's fine. Oh,
yeah, he was fine. Yeah,
Okay.
the story is
Well,
he was fine. So
I think
he might be all right.
Is it just the danger of something being in the chicken, isn't it? Because
basically,
you can get sick from it.
If there's bacteria in the chicken, then you will 100% get sick. But not all chickens have the bacteria in them.
Exactly,
So it's just a case of if that was. So I'm deciding my way to do this. So I'm going to load up on vegan chili today at the recording, and then just strap in for the next hour or so and see how it goes when I get home.
I love the fact that you kept that quiet until you got round here. But Colin, I'm going to come over to yours, mate. I might bring a shitstorm.
No, literally.
Just literally.
I might be full of E. coli.
I might. Yeah, it might be. You might. This could be a new plague.
Well, I assume you're not going to eat me, so you're probably safe on that front. And I've checked like the cooldown time. That's we're not doing an RPG now. It's not what it's called, but like it's not going to kick in until like tomorrow. So the weird thing is, like by the time this episode goes out, I'll have found out either way. So I'm going to be listening to this in a week.
When did you eat it?
I ate it at lunchtime today.
Do you know what? You should be all right, because if you've got really bad food poisoning, it usually kicks in with about an hour.
Yeah.
So I think you're good. I think you're golden.
I think you've got at least 12 turns to get it out of your system.
I'm rolling fortitude saves already. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Do we want to take a bet on whether I get sick or not, and then we can look back on this and enjoy?
I think you should.
I think you'll be fine.
All those snacks that I've got behind you in my living room.
Do you know what?
And
I was struggling with this earlier on, Cole, because Dan was talking. I looked over and I just locked eyes with this big basket of snacks. Like, what is it? Are you?
There's Hobnobs, there's Oreos,
It's amazing.
there's protein oat bites.
Bit of saurine in there.
I love a bit of saurine. Yeah. What is that? Is that because you've moved and you just found all these snacks everywhere and you're like, we'll put them all in the basket?
No.
Have you always had a
this is
basket?
literally just a basket of snacks. Yeah, I think in the last place it was just on a bunch of shelves. Hello, Caplan. My cat is in the living room. We're testing it out. We're testing to see if we can record with a cat in the room. Dangerlings, this is exciting.
I love it.
gorgeous.
I feel like I'm in an Airbnb with those snacks. It's lovely. Enough of that. Maybe I'll live. Who knows? Should we do the
let's see
episode?
what's happening. Listen, this is episode 56. Who let the big dogs out? And there is still a guest star, April Hughes.
Hello.
And this was recorded on the 23rd of June 2019. All right. What were we doing in 23rd of June 2019? I can see you frantically looking through your emails, Dan.
Oh my God, scrolling back. The thing is, we always kind of we burn all of our good options on this because we at the start of it we've already talked about all the fun stuff we've done in June. Like there's only so many times we can talk about you going to Shepperton or Pinewood.
I was about to say I was doing loads of voiceovers. Yeah. So and also I got cancelled on a job. So there you go. It was a shit job and I didn't really want it, but it would have paid bills and that sucked. So there you go, Dangerlings. I wasn't having like a great time. I was having like oh man, that's going to be... Yeah, and I had an audition, which wasn't very good either.
What was I doing? Do you know what? Because no, I don't know. You guys have very specific emails, but whenever I tap in the date, nothing ever comes up.
No,
it's just generally around that area. It's like, oh, you booked a train ticket somewhere.
If you did it on your laptop, it would probably be all right. Ross, can you remember what you're doing? Probably.
Yeah, I was busy shagging. Yeah. Snapping necks and cashing checks.
Well, that's the end of that. Listen, we ain't got music.
How is your cousin, mate?
Oh, Jesus.
They're a close family, right? It's somebody to be commended.
I don't remember. Like, you guys keep your emails. I delete them. I delete them.
What date are we talking about?
23rd of June this
23rd of June. There we go. I had lunch with my mum that week.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was at Audley End looking after horses.
Audley End? Oh, I went to Audley End. I looked after me horses. Oh, I got me horses at Audley End.
Now, you should have said, Colin, because I put in the 29th of June, and on the 23rd... I still wasn't doing anything.
I can't wait till we get to 2020 because then like, every day it's just going to be like,
what were you doing then? I was crying.
I was sitting.
I was crying a lot.
Drinking.
I was on Zoom with all of you screaming.
Yeah. All right, listen, we've got music from Kevin MacLeod, Sword Coast Soundscapes, Tom Kent Music. Ooh, that's a new one.
God, Tom.
Evan King, RFM, Techno Axe, and Ross Bludgeon.
Techno Axe.
This is great because we've got some different music on this, and it's because we're doing the heist, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some great music on this.
Like
a bit Ocean's 11-y.
Yeah, with loads of like
but less shit
sounds in it. You know what I mean? Like that sort of shit.
Yeah.
We start a fight. That's how we start.
Yeah,
we start this with a fight.
We
do.
We're
already in the fight, I think.
Yeah.
So we had our... the intro to this is where we asked the Dangerlings if they think we should switch to second edition or not.
Yeah,
so it's like, imagine if they'd been like, no. And we were like,
no, we don't think so.
Oh, shit. Okay. We've already bought the books by now.
Actually, we want you to do something totally different.
Yeah.
You do Starfinder.
No,
Pony Finder.
Could you, this is my voice of the Dangerlings here. Oh, no, actually, could you do this, please?
No, I think they're more like this. Hello. Can you do this, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your voice of the Dangerlings, Dan?
Hello, I'd like to say this. Why are we doing this?
I know.
They pay us for this content.
No.
Caplan's on the laptop.
He just
Caplan's on the laptop.
Say something.
Cat's on the laptop.
Say something.
Meow.
Can you hear that? Look, listen, just in breathing.
He is gorgeous.
No,
I can't say he is absolutely gorgeous.
Right.
Yeah,
and
because
before
you're
recording,
talking.
as soon as Colin set up all the mics, Caplan was straight on the table, rubbing himself all over them, all over the pop shields. It was great.
Listen, these two lads that we start a fight with, they're sweaty, they're horrible, they're disgusting.
Like some of the descriptions during this fight are rank. Like when I think April stabs him and he flicks his sweaty hair all over him. It's like, so rank.
We've got to tweet us. We've got a tweet us to add to the list. We need a sting for this, don't we, Ross? Now you're in the room. I love your sting. So like, let's give us a sting for tweet us.
Tweet, tweet us.
Maybe we'll make that actually, and we'll get the clip of and then I'll just get you going us like that.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Tweet us Tories.
Oh,
That's not the last time they crop up, though, is it?
don't
No.
tweet us. Don't.
No, tweet us.
Look, if you are a
There we go.
Conservative-
This is the only episode where we have a Tory joke and not immediately followed by Colin being like, but seriously, if you are a member of the Conservative Party...
Yeah. It's okay. It's quite
We
right.
respect everyone.
Yeah.
No, look, listen, if you do vote Tory, then, speak to your MP because,
I think I say speak to your doctor.
Speak to your MP.
There are people who can help.
it's not okay, is it? Like what they're doing. Like, so just fucking, hold them to account. You voted for them. Sort it out!
Well, I mean, I think the issue is that if you voted Tory, well done you for being rich. Because if you're not rich, why are you voting for the
I
Tories?
mean, they're patrons, so
Well,
they're
it's
listening
true.
to this.
It's true.
So, anyway,
Carry on.
Thanks, Tories. Yeah.
Thanks.
Now, Mike hits David. This is the fight that happens.
Yep.
So this is the run through. Like Mike hits David, then Velda misses, then Mike hits Mike hits, and then Fulton hits, and then there's a whole thing about Caragor saying, "Oh, I wanted a ball," because like Shania turns around and says,
Which one do you want?
Which one do you want, darling? And he's like, "Oh, well, I don't mind. Just choose." And she's like, "Fuck's sake!" And he throws off the bow, and then he's like, throws off the cutlass, sorry, and he's like, I wanted the bow actually. M fails, then Mike hits, and then Fulton cleaves.
Yeah, I love
This
cleave.
move, man.
Cleave is such a good move, especially when it works.
Yeah, I love a bit of Maureen cleave.
I think it's if you only kill the first opponent, isn't it?
Yeah, the version you've got in first edition, it's you have to, if you kill someone, then you can make an attack on the person next to them. There's an advanced version of it where you just get to do it when people are next to each other. And I think in second edition, you can just do it if they line up next to each other.
So good.
I think
great
Bubba
fun.
can cleave as well, and he's never really done it. So like,
It's a lovely thing. I loved April being like, "What's cleave?"
Yeah.
Like the way she said it was great. It was like, "Well, let me tell you."
Let me tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to click because my cat was clawing the sofa. This might not work. Okay, having a cat
it's
in the
working. I'm
studio.
determined to make it work.
It's nice though. He's
great.
getting used to you. Like it's cool. He's like the seventh member. He's kind of cool.
Yeah. He needs a little danger club hat. A little danger club hat.
Oh, should
Although
we get
being
him
cold,
should we get him a little cat harness saying Danger Club? on it?
So if clicking to a cat means that's bad, like how do you show appreciation for like a poetry reading from a cat?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know it's confusing. Yeah,
They're
it's
just
confusing for those
constantly
cats.
convinced that they're shit at poetry.
I mean, to be fair, I mix up the noises. So sometimes it's like, and sometimes it's like, wait. And sometimes it's a clap. Yeah. Click. I just
Keep them on your toes.
You got to change it up because they get used to sounds and they're just like, oh, fuck you. I'm thinking about that. Like,
I've heard that one.
It works. Like Ross James and I have all got off the furniture since you started.
That's true.
Yeah.
they're clawing the furniture.
Although
don't you?
I have wet myself, so there is that.
Again.
I know.
Yeah,
Got
he
my
always
problem.
does it, Danger. It's
I
fun,
do, I do.
Yeah. So Fulton cleaves. It's a nice little move. We're almost at the end of my notes already. We never do this. I'm usually scrambling around for my notes. We have the Ray of Frost song again.
Which is
We've deep dived on this before. We have deep dived on this. Quicker than a ray of frost is flying. I started it too low, didn't I? See if we can get lower. Ross,
Fix
can
it
you
in
do a lower
post. Fix it
version?
in post.
Dan, can you get lower than that? James. Yeah, it's quite good.
we
Kappa.
just sound like Batman.
Swear to me, Madonna. Swear to me. I like this album.
It was a best-selling album back in 1999.
It's eclectic. Who was the producer?
It was William Orbit. All right, just calm down. Yeah,
Good fact.
that's not even written down. Just
Was it not William
off-
Orbit? I love it, William Orbit.
off the top of my dome. What else is he famous for,
The
William Orbit?
Strange Cargo series was William Orbit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you want to listen to those, some classic Strange Cargo Hinterland, which is the fourth one, is a freaking legendary album.
He's done a few producing things. He produced The Beach by what's his names? The four girls that were kind of like rivals to the Spice Girls.
Oh,
Well,
Bewitched.
No, it's
Come on, we can do this. All Saints.
oh,
All
thank you
Saints.
so
Well done.
much.
Oh,
Never
well done.
liked the All Saints.
they were a pretty good band, largely ruined by Marion Gallagher's. Like, I think that's kind of like, it definitely fell off around that point.
Yeah.
That kind of, I liked All Saints. All Saints had some good tracks.
Moving, I'm coming, can't you hear what I hear? It's calling you, my dear, out of reach.
Banger.
Yeah, you see, so you guys have actually changed my mind. So you turned my head, and yes.
Didn't he produce a bunch of Moby stuff as well?
I think he did. I think he basically, he was sort of.
You'd think Moby could produce his own shit, really. Like, if you're a DJ, produce your own stuff. That's kind of how I feel like.
He's been making music for years, hasn't he? So maybe I'm wrong about that. But
tweet us, Moby.
I thought Moby did.
Just carry on.
Yeah. Are we recording?
The trouble with that.
This is singing in Collins.
How have we got on to Play by Moby? But Play is quite a good album. The problem is that when you look, it's a bit like the Will Smith problem, is that when you look into it, all of the samples on it are actually taken from much better songs.
Yeah.
You're just actually good blues tracks.
Oh, Will Smith.
That was a big thing about Will Smith. I really thought he was very talented until I listened to disco. And I was like, oh, that's literally just that. You've just taken a disco song and put your own words over the top.
My wife discovered that in a single day, and it blew her mind. She was just literally there listening to tracks and then looking up the disco track and being like, oh my God. I was like, you haven't blown this wide open. This is
Do people know about this? Yes, they do. Yes. Everyone from the 70s and before knew all about it.
It's weird. Puff Daddy gets like a lot of credit for the whole, remix. But people have been doing it for years before that.
Years.
Will Smith had done it for years before that. De La Soul, they even say it in a song. Actually, they say no disrespect to Diddy, just setting it straight, because they did a lot more remixes and added old school songs to their music before Diddy did it.
Yeah, and even like things like
that's a nice phrase. I like that.
Things like the original sort of rhythm and blues and stuff like that. People like Led Zeppelin were remixing songs from the 20s and 30s. Absolutely, and it really goes back. Music is reinvention.
Well,
there's nothing original.
Things move in cycles, like Q-Tip says. I'm A Tribe Called Quest, which samples an old jazz song. We're getting off topic.
We really did. Okay. That was a great tangent.
We've only just started this episode. It's quite a long episode, and we've only just approached the fight.
Yeah. All right, so listen, the M hits, Velda hits after this Ray of Frost with that was really good. Mike does a little hair flick. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It wasn't
like a little review from your fight there. It was like, it was pretty good. Yeah, anyway, carry on.
Somebody hits.
Well, it's quite with the fights. I quite like doing it like that. Sometimes it's like we do it like and then this happens, then that happens. But it's quite cool to just go, yep, that happened, then that happened, then that happened.
Yeah,
it's a fight. Brilliant, cool, nice one.
Like the football scores.
Yeah. Velda 1.
Everyone else 10. Well, it was quite interesting listening to this because obviously this is back in the Ray of Frost days. I was like, oh, what is he going to bring out? Oh yeah, that's right. Pew.
Yeah. Isn't that really powerful now?
Well, it is now, because I've got lots of other things. I really have to get down to that level, to be honest. I've got enough.
Bring it back.
Death dealing business. I could bring it back. Bit of classic Ray of Frost.
See what happens.
Yeah.
In the games. Yeah. And then what happens is M hits, and then Caragor jumps on this guy, and then Mike silences him, and then we kill him basically, and that's it. And then we've got these two dead bodies. Backstory.
I like Fulton coming running up and just throwing an axe at the guy while Caragor's trying to wrestle him.
Yeah. It was so good, wasn't it? It was like, oh shit, are you gonna actually do that? I remember around the table thinking, what are you doing? But that's your sense of fun, isn't it, Ross?
Yeah, it's also my sense of I'm not listening.
Yeah. There is a definite. This is a wider topic, but there's a definite difference with the Fulton of these days. It was so impulsive and so just like I'm doing this, and you're like, well, that's interesting. Yeah,
good idea.
Exactly, I did.
Somehow he said it now.
Didn't even think about it.
He's matured, with all his friends. He's matured like a fine cheddar.
Although I have a question.
Shoe cheddar.
I've got a question about him later. Something comes up. No, it's later.
Later.
I believe, isn't it April who gets the kill on this guard? April kills the guard, isn't it? Yeah. April kills both guards. So she's got. I think she's overtaken Philippe now on the rankings. So she's straight in there. April defeats every enemy that you defeat in this inside the tower. April defeats, with the exception of one. which will come in next episode.
We'll come to that, won't we? It's very exciting.
But I feel this made me feel really bad for Rachel, because all Rachel wanted to do in her guest spot was get a crit card. She was like, that's the one thing I want to get a crit card. And Zola was in loads of fights. Like Zola had loads of chances to get one and never did. And April walks in on like her first dice roll. She crit, like double crits.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Rachel saved our asses so much. Like we would be all just dead as dead as them zombies. Right, yeah. So and then we hide these bodies, and then the heist music kicks in, which I absolutely love. That heist music. I don't know how long I spent trying to find it, but it's fun, isn't it? Like when you doing a heist. I don't know if we talked about it when we were doing the actual episodes. Did we have a chat about what sort of music? Did I just?
I'm not sure because obviously it slips in my mind because we don't have any music when we're doing it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when we're actually doing the episode, and I think to myself, that's going to be cool if I put this sort of music. I'm going to try and find that. Much like when we did the whole running down away from the library a few episodes ago, and I found the kind of Trainspotting-esque music where you're running down the street, books like flying out like the CDs in the film. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of fun.
This run of episodes, I think, is where we start to shift from using a lot of soundscapes to starting to use a lot more music as the sort of general bedding stuff, which I can tell you from having edited the Shattered Sanctuaries episodes, where I went back to Sword Coast soundscapes to find some of these.
Stop going on about it, mate.
I'm joking. Right. I forgot, having been like, oh, Colin, here's a great soundscape for you. They're a ball to use in editing, because trying to just drag a 3-hour soundscape into Audacity, it's like, cool, I'll see you in an hour then. I'm just like, I only need like 3 minutes of it for this.
That's it. Yeah. That's why you often hear the same soundscapes in the editing now, because I've kind of got to a level where I know that like one is only half an hour long or something like that, or I've cut it, I've edited it myself to make sure that these files aren't huge. Do you remember when I was sending through those files originally, Dan?
Like, they were mega.
We were doing I wasn't doing 128 MP3s. I was bouncing. If you don't know about this is really technical, but when you make a track, you bounce it down to like an MP3 or an MP4 or a WAV file, and WAVs are quite big, but you can get really big MP3 files as well. So it was like high quality 192 megabits per minute, and I was sending those over to Dan, and it was taking Dan like a month to upload an episode because like we've talked about your Wi-Fi, Dan, not being amazing, and it's just like I'd do it overnight. It was ridiculous, and then we were like, oh no, there's no difference in audio quality unless like unless you're like Bravestar. And having listened to other people's podcasts as well, like no disrespect to other people's podcasts, but some of them sound shit, like even like real big professional ones,
Oh yeah.
They bounce them down to like really crappy MP3s, and you hear like, hey, we're gonna do stage, we're gonna do this. It's like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, why am I subscribed to this? So anyway, I appreciate that, Dan. Nice one.
That's just how Ross sounds though when you do it on podcasts.
Two things.
Check it out.
Two things I love at this point in the episode. One, the fact that Velda never has the right spell when you want the prestidigitation.
Absolutely.
Like every time you need a useless spell, Velda just doesn't happen to have it at that moment.
Just no, never got the little ones.
And I love.
What do you mean you haven't got mend? It's like, why would I have mend? No, we haven't needed mend for 80 episodes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh shit, wizard.
It's this perfect like 50-50 of A, Velda is sort of bad at preparing, and B, everyone else just doesn't understand how magic works and just assumes he can do everything all the time.
And also, like, when you think of a heist, it kind of made sense at the time, but the one that lets you clean up the blood, prestidigitation, I think, or is it? Prestidigitation. It's like, well, no, I just didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Just didn't think about that. So, well, why not? Well, you want to tidy up something? It's like, well, I want to tidy up something on a heist. Like, not really. Sort of get in there and being all criminal.
The other thing is when you get up to this next room and you're planning what to do about these guards playing cards who are out. So you have your little sidebar and start trying to work out what to do. Em is dead set on going in and trying to bluff your way through, despite how badly the last couple of lies he's told, and the reveal that he's got basically nothing in bluff. He's like, no, this is the one. This is the one we're going to lie to them last. This time it's going to work.
Colin hasn't learned yet at this stage that if you get something really bad that you shouldn't use it at all. And maybe we'll talk about that.
No, that's quite an interesting dive on MZ, because obviously you were the face, but you were just terrible at bluff.
Yeah.
Just didn't put any
crazy.
It's one of the things I love with in our off-air Starfinder campaign. Andrea, your partner, is playing. Colin's playing the envoy, who is basically has the ability. They're like Andrea. A bard, basically. Big up Andrea. They have the ability to inspire people by and like heal them by making skill checks. And she's put most of her points in bluff, so she basically heals everyone by lying to them about how well the battle's going, so that everyone feels better.
It's a really good trait, isn't it? It's crazy.
Great. I really love it.
All right, we get to the 11th floor. All right, we can't really get any further. And like I do a little thing here. I say I'm up on the 11th floor, and you feel like it's Bob Dylan, didn't you?
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, and it's actually a David Bowie song called Queen Bitch, which starts off, well, I'm up on the 11th floor, watching the cruisers below. Do you know that song?
I do.
Yeah, it's great.
Not heard it in a long time though.
Off of Ziggy Stardust, isn't it? I think. Oh no, it's off of Hunky Dory. B-side of Rebel Rebel. That's a great song, isn't it?
Great tune.
Jesus.
That's one of my faves.
Jesus. Rebel. A great song. I'm not going to do much of a deep dive. I'm just going to say that it's amazing. Yeah.
Beautiful. He was amazing.
Oh, jeez. Do you feel like the world has kind of like stopped turning properly since he left?
Yeah.
He was kind of holding the fabric of the universe together.
It really was. He's one of those people who we all lost a little bit of magic, didn't we?
I was so glad that I was into him before he passed away. Do you know what I mean? Because when I was younger, I wasn't really into Bowie, and then I got into him like a few years before he died.
Yeah, because he wasn't the easiest thing. He wasn't a given. I can see why people wouldn't get into him. He's quite an odd fella, but as a dude, as a creative, and
I don't think he was an odd fellow. I don't think he was an odd fellow to wear little tight tights in Labyrinth and have a massive package in a children's movie. That's not weird at all.
I mean, it's Bowie. I mean, they probably objected heavily, but are you going to tell Bowie?
I've turned the world upside down, and I've done it all for you. There you go.
And it's the land of stench.
And it's got Dan's favourite song. One of the best Bowie songs in it.
God's sake.
Dance, magic, dance.
Why is that your
dance?
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that song. I'm just saying, if you're putting on a Bowie, if you're putting on like a best of Bowie compilation, it's around track 15. That's all I'm saying about that. It's not one of his greatest songs.
It is weird, and I watched it recently, and I couldn't kick that baby and make it squeal / bleed. Like, I was like, what is that lyric? I couldn't work it out.
I think
kick that baby.
Make him free.
Kick that baby, make him bleed. It was like, oh, Bowie. But he pulled it off because he's David Bowie. So you're like, yeah, okay, I'm in.
It has got one of such a lovely Bowie song on that soundtrack, though, isn't it?
Oh, the one, the sort of love one. I can't remember where it goes now, but.
And I'll be there for you. As the world falls down. It's amazing.
I just want to say that Colin made full eye contact whilst he was singing that song. And a little shiver went down my spine.
Such a sign of love.
Should we leave, Ross? Should we give them?
Yeah. See you later.
All right, we do this ghost sound ting, which is called ting. Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to ghost sound ting.
All right, so we do this ghost sound thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not owning it because I'm doing ghost sound ting, right? And Mikey does the ghost sound thing, knocks on the door, and says the dogs have escaped. The guards are off. What's going on? And tells all the guards they've got to go and find the dogs. So I love this bit, Dan, where you're like, it's not even our fucking job.
It's like all of us related to that, don't we? Like,
oh my God.
I did feel slightly at this point, because like I had ghost sound and I've tried to use ghost sound to the description. You did let April use ghost sound in a very
ghost sound
like a successful way. I was like, it never worked like that for me.
Ghost sound doesn't. Rules as written, ghost sound doesn't work like that. You can't do like a specific message. You'd need to use message for that, which you could maybe have done. But I was just like, it's cool. It lets April be the star in this moment in one of her last episodes. We want her to do that. And also, I'm not massively interested in having all of you fight these guards again. Like, we've had a guard fight. I'd like to get on to the next bit. So if that works out well, that's great. And also it leads to them being downstairs and they might come up again. It puts a time limit on, and that's fun.
It did. And I think it was just a cool moment, because I think this is where they come through the door and she hides at the top.
That's right.
And it's just sick. It's really, really good. I was like, no, it's just...
Right, come on, we're nearly at 30 minutes, which is amazing, and I need to stir this chili, so like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so excited.
Ross does the whole Bella at the door. Love that reference to like Lord of the Rings. Very funny. Yeah, do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
It might be the only thing you say in the episode, apart from I'm like,
Yeah, I come out with the classics. Yeah, I only need to come out with one thing, and
now
then,
I don't love it anymore. So, and then we've got No Way Out at the end.
Yeah,
No Way Out at the end.
I like that Fulton messes up their card game. That's the other thing. Like, you just switch the cards over so that whoever was winning is going to lose. These people you've never met and will never interact with, you just spoil their day.
Yeah. It's so funny, isn't it?
fucking hell!
I had 3 2s there.
And then they would have fought. Maybe they were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you cheated! You took my cards."
And then also a little bonus after the end of the episode, we've got Drum's huge intro that he recorded.
Oh yeah,
Way back when, Dangerlings, we had this thing where we made these little videos. You can still find them on YouTube and on various places where we did introductions of us and our characters. We might update these actually. We might do some new ones because we've got new equipment, we've got new cameras, we've got new mics. Well, Colin has anyway. So we want to record some new ones and make them all cool and put some graphics in it and stuff like that.
I seem to remember we recorded them above the secret weapon in
We
Stratford,
recorded
didn't
them
we?
above the
Yeah.
secret weapon. Yeah. On my iPad, we just used like a shit camera. It was crazy.
Yeah, we had the iPad camera, and then we had like a plug-in mic attached to my phone.
That's
I think
right, yeah,
that was
yeah,
propped
yeah.
up next to it, and then we had to kind of sync the audio and video. It was a mess.
I mean, I knew how to do that.
Yeah, but I was just like,
we were airdropping and trying to work out how to do it. But anyway, we all did it in about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and I cut them down to like 1 minute 20 or something. But Drum, in true Drum fashion, he talked for 10 minutes. Actually, he talked for longer because I cut it down.
Really?
Yeah. And it was just crazy. Yeah. But it was brilliant. Like, it was so good. So good. So yeah, go and check out the episode. Go and check out that at the end.
And this
nice
is
little Easter egg.
we have mentioned this before, but it is a way you can enjoy what we've all experienced before, because it's the same when it's written down.
Yeah.
And we go like, your character's a paragraph, maybe half a side. Drum literally comes with a stack of papers every time. Such detail.
but all written on different pages, and
some of it's human flesh, some of it's like bubble wrap. You know, you just never know what it's going to be. It's like,
Where did I put that about the backstory? Oh, here's the backstory. Here's the backstory. Right. Yeah.
My favourite bit recording those intros was I'd written some questions for everyone about their characters, and when James was like reading off, when you were talking about how Velda, you were like, oh, he's about 40 years old, and I came up with the question like, so how does it feel playing a slightly older character? And then there was just this realization in the room where I was like, no, he's our age. Velda is our age.
yes, sadly.
Cool. Well, listen, Dangerlings, this has been lovely. I don't know about you. I've had a good time.
Yes,
I've had a lovely time.
It's been great.
Nice one. Well, thanks for coming round. You can fuck off now. I'm joking.
No.
We've got to do some other things, Dangerlings.
It's-
Oh, exciting.
It is nice that you've held
Yeah.
my hand the whole time.
And
That's-
sang to you.
And sang to me as well. Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, there's
I
more
feel-
of that coming, mate.
I feel like the
dance, magic dance.
I was going to say, I feel like the Goblin Princess.
Yeah, all right. Lots of love. Thank you very much to my guest, James, Dan.
I'm just going to go use your bathroom. Thanks, Colin.
Oh, no. And Ross. Oh. I've been Colin Hubbard. This has been Danger Recall episode 56. Laters.
Love you.